Here's another U-substitution example. This is the antiderivative, or the indefinite integral of 7x times, and that's the fifth root. I hope you can see that. That's the fifth root. Wrote it kind of close here. Sorry about that. That's the fifth root of 1 minus 2x squared dx. So this is a 5 here. Okay. I guess if you zoom in, you can see that. But just take my word for it, it's a 5. And we want to use the u to the n du form. Again, remember the antiderivative of u to the n du equals u to the n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. All right, and this is a 5 here. So we're going to rewrite this, and what I'll do is put it in exponential form, and I'll move the constant, just take the constant out, put it in front, because it's just going to cause some problems here. So let's make everything a little more complicated. Let's put it on the front, and we'll deal with it later. So we'll rewrite this, and then we'll write this as exponential form. So that's 1 minus 2x squared, and the fifth root, it would be the 1/5 power. Okay? And then I'll write the x over here, dx. Now when you see it like this, it's a lot better form. It's almost ready to go. So we can see we have something to the n du, so we've got to kind of match these up. But at least we know a good idea of what our u is going to be. So we let u equal 1 minus 2x squared. Okay. And then we'll just rewrite this. I'm not going to put the 7 like this because it's part of this. And it's going to be u to the 1/5. And everything else stays the same. Dx. So now we want to match this up. So we'll try to find out what du is so we can get the du into the form. So take the derivative of u, we get du dx, and the derivative of 1 minus 2x squared will be negative 4x dx dx. So we got dx's on both denominators, so we just drop those. Okay. And again, minus 4x. So we almost have a match. We got our x dx, so we have to remove the 4. So negative 4, divide both sides by negative 4. Now we have negative 1/4 du equals x dx. So now I've got a perfect match. There's my x dx, there's my x dx. I'll just write this. I have room here. So we've got 7. Oops. Of u to the 1/5 times negative 1/4 x du, because x dx is du, or negative 1/4 x dx is du, and then we can move that negative 1/4 out in front, and then we'll be all set up. So now we're going to have 7. And that's going to be divided by negative 1/4. So I'll put the negative 1/4 like this. I can put the negative sign anywhere, so I'll put it here. And there's my 4. And then I've got my integral. Oops, I'm sorry, taking the oh yeah, I'm ready to go. U to the 1/5 du, and we're all set. Now we've got u to the n du, and we got a negative 7 force in front, so that's going to be negative 7/4. And u to the 5th is going to be u to the add 1, so 5/5 plus 1/5 is 6/5 divided by 6/5 plus c. And that's going to equal, I guess I have to do it right down here, hope it's okay, negative 7/4. And instead of dividing by 6/5, that's the same thing as multiplying by 5/6. And then this is going to be u to the 6/5 plus c. And that's going to be equal to, and then that's going to be negative 35 over 24. I can't simplify that, so negative 35 over 24. We can leave it like that. And u to the 6/5 plus c. And what was my u? Right up here it says u is equal to 1 minus 2x squared, and you're done. Okay. So take a look at these examples, go through them step by step, and then you won't have any trouble when you see u to the n du. You'll pretty much know what to do.